The more unbelievable an event or phenomenon is, the more the general public seeks the opinions of experts. But we have decided to make public a demonstration test that does not require any confirmation of scientific theories, physical calculations, or numerical comparisons. This test does not even require scientific calculations. To prove this, we need to know how much power this special turbine alone can generate. How much energy can it amplify? To clearly confirm this, disconnect the gear on the generator side and the power shaft connected to the generator. Then, the turbine body will rotate smoothly. If you lightly pull the line wound on the reel, it will rotate at high speed. This means that the turbine body has a monocoque structure and does not contain any mechanical gears, springs, magnets, etc. Attach a weight of about 2 kilograms to the end of the line that is hanging down after being unwound from the reel. Then, turn on the trigger pump and start the turbine. When this is done, even if water flows into the capacitor part of the turbine, there is no reaction force to store it, so it will start to rotate relatively fast at first, but as the load increases, it will rotate slower and the torque will increase. The turbine will steadily wind up the reel, and at the same time, the value on the weight scale will steadily decrease. And it was soon completely lifted up. Because the torque load of the weight is slightly lower than the torque output of the turbine, there is some unevenness in the rotation speed. But it continues to wind steadily. The source of the torque energy to wind up this 2 kilograms weight is only the extremely slight fluid movement phenomenon of water being released from a height of about 20 centimeters at a speed of 40 cc per second and circulating. After about 7 minutes, it has been steadily raised to a height of 50 centimeters. Even if you turn off the power to the trigger pump, it stops with the weight still attached. If you pull it down a little forcefully, the turbine will easily and effortlessly rotate in the reverse direction. In other words, even if you overload this turbine, the monocoque structure means that it is highly unlikely to break. Just to be clear, this phenomenon is not something that can be reproduced using ordinary pulleys or levers. The gravity reactor simultaneously and coaxially amplifies a force that overcomes a force of 2 kilograms 20 newtons from a force of 40 grams 0.4 newtons. In other words, a gravity reactor can infinitely amplify the power that turns the generator with gravity, so even if the initial energy or instantaneous energy is small, by increasing the number and size of the reactors, the power generation efficiency will increase by 10, 100, or 1,000 times over time, resulting in enormous energy. It is a safe and secure infinite energy generation system that uses the power of nature. In contrast, thermal power generation using oil or nuclear power involves converting oil into thermal energy, boiling water, and using high-pressure steam to turn turbines, so the power generation efficiency for that thermal energy is limited to about 45%. Recently, with the advancement of high technology, it is possible to generate enormous amounts of electricity in an instant through further increases in temperature, pressure, and speed. But the waste of mechanical friction and exhaust heat also increases, and the power generation efficiency tends to decrease. There is no doubt that the biggest cause of global warming and boiling is our reliance on this inefficient thermal energy.